Hello, everyone. I am Princess Belle, and I am so excited to share my story with you today. Once upon a time, I lived in a village with my father, Maurice, an inventor. But I wasn't quite sure I fit in there. The people in the village thought I was odd because I loved to read books about far-off places and magical adventures. One day, my father rode off on his horse Philippe to bring one of his new inventions to the fair. On the way there, my father got lost in a forest and found himself at an old, crumbling castle. He entered slowly, not knowing that a terrible beast lived inside. The beast was once a handsome prince, but he was so unkind that an enchantment was cast upon him, turning him into a frightening creature. As soon as Maurice entered the castle, Philippe galloped back to the village. When I heard Philippe whinny and saw he was alone, I knew something was very wrong. "Philippe, we must find Papa. You have to take me to him." Philippe brought me right to the dark castle. As I approached the castle, I spotted my father's hat on the castle ground. I cautiously stepped into the castle. In my worst nightmares, I could have never imagined a place so horrible, and I'd never felt so frightened. I had to find my father and get him out of there. I heard a hoarse voice coming from down the corridor. "Belle, is that you?" asked the voice. "Papa, where are you?" I called. Maurice peered out from a slot in one of the doors. "Here I am," he said. I ran to him, who was tired, cold, and sick. "We have to get you out of here," I said. "Oh, Papa, who's done this to you?" I asked. Suddenly, I turned around and saw an enormous shadow hovering over me. "I've come for my father," I said to the stranger. "He shouldn't have trespassed," shouted the beast. I knew that I couldn't let my father stay in that castle. "Please, let him go. Take me instead," I pleaded. The beast wanted me to stay. If he learned to love another and earned her love in return, the spell would be broken and he would become a prince again. "You must promise to stay here forever," declared the beast. I had only seen the beast's shadow. "Come into the light," I said. The beast was ashamed for me to see his face, but slowly he walked into the light. I gasped when I saw the beast. I was terribly afraid of the beast, but I loved my father dearly, and there was only one thing I could do. "You have my word. I will stay here if you let my father go," I said. Later that night, I left the room I was staying in and went downstairs. I was told to stay away from the west wing of the castle, but my curiosity got the best of me. I entered a room that was nothing like I'd ever seen before. Dust and filth covered everything. and vines grow on old, broken furniture and torn paintings. Is this where he lives? I wondered. Just then, the beast appeared, jumping in front of her and roared, "Get out! Get out!" I ran out of the castle. I found Philippe exactly where I'd left him. I hopped on his back and shouted, "Take me home!" The forest was dark and full of branches, and Philippe had to slow down to a trot. My heart began to race as a pack of angry wolves surrounded us. I was shaking with fear, but I tried to be brave so I could return home to my father. I fell from the horse. Just as the wolves were ready to pounce on me, I felt someone's presence. It was the beast. The beast fought the wolves. They slashed at him with their claws. But in the end, the wolves were no match for the beast. I was free to go home, but I couldn't leave the wounded beast in the forest. After all, he had just saved my life. I helped him back to the castle. Over the next few months, the beast and I became friends. At first, I thought the beast was horrid and cruel, but now I realized that he was gentle and kind. And the beast was having fun for the first time in his life. He was falling in love with me. One evening, as the beast and I danced, the beast realized he could no longer keep me a prisoner. I was free to go. I visited my father, who was ill. The beast was heartbroken that I was gone. The villagers learned that a beast lived in the castle. Convinced he was dangerous, they rushed to the castle to attack him. I tried to stop the angry mob, but I was too late. The beast was badly hurt. I knelt before him. "I love you," I said tearfully. Suddenly, the beast became human again. I stared in amazement at the handsome prince. "It's me," said the beast. She kissed him joyfully. I had read so many books with fairy tale endings, but I never thought I would experience such happiness. Now, as she looked into the prince's eyes, I knew that I would live happily ever after. The beast and I continue to live happily ever after. I just love a happy ending almost as much as I love books. I can't wait to choose a book from my library to read to you next time. Please join me. Bye-bye.